What's up, everybody? King of the Table 14 was such an incredible event. I just wanted to make a video to talk a little bit about it, talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. And this time, some of you, if you've been following me on social media, would know that I was invited by the EVW Sports team to help them monitor the live stream. The last time I did not watch the live stream at all because I was actually there at the East vs. West 17 event. But this time I was watching King of the Table 14, helping them out with any issues potentially with the live stream. I know that previously some people were talking about audio issues and stuff, but very thankfully this time, not much issues at all. I just want to talk about some of the good stuff first, mainly on the technical level. Video was good, no issues there. Audio, I know there were some volume balancing issues with the microphones, but we got that out of the way pretty early on, even though I know that for some people, the criticism was that the microphones on the athletes or the commentators might have been a little bit too low, but just from me viewing on my TV, it sounded okay. Some of us prefer the volume a little bit lower. Some of us prefer it a little bit higher. Can't please everybody, unfortunately, but overall, pretty good in my opinion. And one more thing I wanted to point out was the scorecard this time. I don't know if you guys have noticed, at least I noticed it this time, that there was the warning thing next to the foul system. This thing, I don't think it's ever been done in any other promotion before, but I really, really like that there was the warning counter as well. Of course, completely new system. During some parts of the event, they might have been going a little bit back and forth. I don't know who was controlling it specifically, but a little bit more communication between the referee side and the person controlling the scorecard side might make things a little bit more smoother. And also, I expect that as time goes on, whoever is controlling it, I expect that they would get better and better. And really, the look visually itself, it looks really smooth. This time they put it at the top as opposed to the bottom. I think I prefer that because sometimes with the scorecard is at the bottom third of the screen, it kind of blocks, certain things like elbows and the hand touching the pin pad at a certain point in time if the camera guy is not on point. And of course, if you have been following me on social media, you would have known my predictions. I got 10 out of 12 of them correct. Unfortunately, wow, the Gennady versus Sakov match, did not expect that one at all. That was really the only one that's really, really surprised me. I don't know if it was Gennady in bad shape or he was just like, Sakov was just too strong, but wow, so crazy. We also had, unfortunately, 2 injuries at this event. Very unfortunate, but things happen at this high level of the sport, unavoidable at times, and really wish the athletes the best of recovery. But yeah, now I want to talk a little bit about constructive criticism, a little bit of feedback to the EVW Sports team. Personally, one of the main criticisms I have for this event is that, in the past, I've made videos talking about King of the Table becoming a sort of quote unquote circus, and now I'm sort of maybe hypocritical or eating my words because I kind of want that back for the sport, for the promotion. Because right now, we're getting so many great events back to back to back. Even as a hardcore fan of arm wrestling myself, I'm starting to get a little bit overwhelmed. I think the fans sometimes might need a little bit of a breather, and that was what King of the Table offered to us as a brand in the past. We got these more celebrity matches, lower level, but still very, very entertaining, up-and-coming arm wrestlers being featured on King of the Table, and I think that is where its bread and butter was. But right now, we're getting pretty much East versus West, quote-unquote 18. Right after East versus West 17, I don't think that this is the wisest way to go about promoting both of these brands. I think each of them needs to have a very distinct identity so that there is a reason for people to go watch it. I don't know if it's because King of the Table as a brand itself wasn't really doing as well. I don't really know the reasons, the ins and outs of the behind the scenes, but I really love to see King of the Table going back to what it was and perhaps bringing up more, I would say, lesser known or not as high level athletes, giving them a chance to shine on the stage, as opposed to having just another East vs. West clone. I think that this also on a practical level would make matchmaking a little bit easier on the part of Engin. He would not have to constantly have to shoot to outdo himself event after event after event. You could do really high level arm wrestling East versus West, and then, go for more fun matches at King of the Table, have a little bit more time, a little bit more leeway, build up the hype, and then slowly get more and more people interested, and then they're really, really tuned in for the next East versus West, and then get that high and low, high and low. If you're constantly chasing highs, at some point you're just gonna overdo yourself, and you just can't really get more high than that. Yeah, but what do I know? Those are just my 2 cents. Overall, great event, I think. Matches were awesome, really close. This was probably the hardest one to predict in more recent memory, I think. And let me know in the comments, how many did you get right? Which were your favorite matches? Do you agree with my opinion that King of the Table and East vs. West need to have their own distinct identities? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section below. Catch you guys in the next video.